Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a different favorites video. This is going to be all of my beauty favorites that are not makeup, because I feel like when it comes to my nails, my hair, my skin, I really tend to hone in on what works for me and I just sort of stick to it. Whereas with makeup, I'm always trying new things just because it's makeup and it's fun. But when it comes to my skin, hair, and nails, not so much. I just like what I like. So I thought it would be fun to share some of these with you today. Now I'll start with skincare. That's actually the smallest category, but first I'll start with my favorite SPF, and this is from Paula's Choice. This is their SPF 50 5% vitamin C sheer moisturizer. I love this so much because it's a very lightweight sunscreen. It's not at all too heavy and greasy on the skin. It really absorbs right into the skin so quickly. I love that it has vitamin C, so it gives a bit of a brightening effect, and what I love the most is that it is tinted, so you're not actually going to have to worry about flashback as much as you would with any other regular sunscreen. So I love this. This is just an absolute summer staple all year round, really, but I find this is a little light for me in the winter months when I need something a little bit more deeply hydrating on my skin, but all summer long, this is my absolute favorite. The next two products are ones that I've talked about so many times. They're in every Sephora recommendations video, every best of the year video, but I have the Pharmacy 10% Niacinamide Night Mask. Now, I have mentioned this so many times. This one is my absolute staple when it comes to retinol nights. I'm at a point right now where I use retinol probably every other night, and every night that I do, I top it with this. And every time I wake up the next morning, my skin looks so glowy and healthy. I have never once dealt with any sort of dryness and irritation that can be very common with retinol when I'm using this product. So I absolutely love this. I absolutely swear by it. And the other skincare product that I know I've talked about a ton is from Pharmacy. This is the Honey Vanilla Clean, but just their Green Clean Cleansing Balm in general is the best cleansing balm of all time. I think they've recently reformulated. I haven't tried the reformulated version, but I've heard it's not much different. This is the Honey Vanilla scent, and I love this so much. This one is actually an empty, but this is my absolute favorite scent. This one sometimes comes out as a limited edition scent in their cleansing balm. Right now, it's not available. I know it was available in Canada for about a year, and then it's gone again, but when this pops up, I will be all over it. This is just my favorite scent. If you're familiar with the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Vanilla Beige, this smells just like that. It's so good. But this product in general just breaks down the makeup so quick, so efficiently. I never have any residual makeup after using this, and I love it so much. And the other skincare product that I feel like has made such a difference to my skin is actually from the brand Element. This is off Amazon, and I believe this bottle was about $18. So I had first gotten into this product because I was using the Tower 28 SOS spray that is hypochlorous acid spray that you're supposed to use after cleansing morning and night, and it helps to kill any sort of bacteria on your skin. However, the Tower 28 version is a little bit pricey, especially when you're going through it fairly quickly because you're using it twice a day. So I went with this one from Amazon. It's the exact same ingredient list. It does the exact same thing, and I love this so much. You also get a lot more product, and I feel like I have noticed such a difference with my skin since I started incorporating a product like this, whether it be the Tower 28 or this one. I have just suffered so many less breakouts on my skin. My skin has just been so unbelievably clear over the last 6 months. I have dealt with some hormonal breakouts here and there, but they have been few and far between compared to what they used to be since I incorporated a product like this into the mix. So I will always have a hypochlorous acid spray in my routine, and this one from Amazon is half the price of the Tower 28, and you get a lot more product in a bottle. Okay, next I want to talk about hair care. So I don't want to say I've been on a hair journey, but if you are newer to my channel, I used to have light brown, dirty blonde hair. My natural color is more of a light brown, dirty blonde, and for quite a while my hair was blonde, and I loved it so much. But growing up, my hair was always long and thick, always on the finer side, but I always had a ton of hair. And then I noticed over the last few years, my hair seemed like it was kind of struggling to grow and it just wasn't nearly as healthy as it used to be. And then I kind of figured out over time, you know, highlighting, adding bleach to it all the time, that wasn't good for it. I also have hard water. I have filters on my shower, so that is helpful too. But then using a purple shampoo to combat any brassiness in my blonde hair, that can be drying. And just in general, maybe not having the best hair routine. I was definitely doing my best, but not fully understanding what I was doing and why. So then last year, I actually got hair extensions in the summer and I absolutely loved them. They made me feel so good and so pretty. And I actually went dark with my hair as well. And I ended up loving it so much more than I thought I would. I never thought I would love dark hair, but I actually love the contrast with my fair skin and my dark hair. So I decided to stay dark. And then back in April, I actually had my extensions taken out because my natural hair is actually getting to a really nice length. It's looking quite full. I'm really happy with it right now. And I loved my extensions, but I like having the much lower maintenance of my natural hair. That being said, I've also been really putting in the work to find products that work really, really well for my hair. And I have been following Abby Young religiously and taking a lot of her recommendations to heart because she does really focus on bond repair. So some of these products here have been heavily influenced by Abby, and some of them I've just been using them for a long time and just really, really enjoying them. So the first product is actually a brush, and this is, I think, from Amazon. I have another one in my bathroom that is from Bellamy. I don't know what brand this is, but what I love about this brush is that it has the plastic brush bristles, you can see, but it also has boar bristles in here. So while it actually does brush my hair, it also makes it shinier and it smooths everything because of those boar bristles. And that has made such a difference. When I brush my hair, I never have static. It always comes out looking smoother. And I love when I brush my hair with this. Like, I just love how it just immediately smooths everything out. I love it. I will always have this type of brush in my routine. I never brush my hair when it's fully wet. I'll put in my leave-in conditioner and then I'll blow dry a little bit, and then I have a very wide tooth comb that I'll use to sort of brush through everything. I don't deal with tangles like I used to, so I never brush my hair when it's wet, but when my hair is dry, this is my absolute favorite brush. A product I've been testing for the last maybe month and a half and that I have fallen in love with is from Apres. This is their bond repair treatment. What I love about this is that this is a pre-shampoo bond repair treatment. So if you purchase this, you get this bottle and you get 2 tiny little bottles of the concentrate. You're supposed to pour in 1 little vial of the concentrate, fill this up with water, shake it, and you're good to use it until it's empty. And I got at least a month before I needed to refill mine. Now, I typically wash my hair 2 to 3 times a week. I'm definitely washing a lot more since I got my extensions out because it's not such a big to do. But I use this every single time I wash my hair, so I will spray this all over my hair so that my hair is completely saturated and wet, and leave it in for 10 minutes before I get in the shower. You can absolutely spray this in your hair before you go to bed at night. If you prefer to shower in the morning and you don't have the time for that, you can definitely put this in at night before bed. This is one of those products that is only working while it's wet, but I have been loving this. So like I said, you saturate your hair with it and then you wait 10 minutes and then jump in the shower. And I feel, like I said, my hair has been just feeling and looking its best. I'm not getting as many damaged ends since I started incorporating this as well. So that's been a big plus. This one is almost empty. I do need to get a refill, but I've been absolutely loving this and swearing by it. It's a little bit on the pricier side and it's definitely only worth it if you can fit something like this in your routine, but it's an absolute favorite of mine. An in-shower mask that I can speak on because I've been using for long enough is from L'Oreal, and this is their Glycolic Gloss 5-minute lamination rinse-off treatment. I have been loving this. Now, I absolutely love the Amika Shine Mask that they have for the shower, but this one is, of course, way more affordable. And when Abby said it's incredible, of course I had to try it out. I do love this. I do have the full system. I do have the shampoo and conditioner. I do like to use them with this as well. You don't have to, though. You can just use this after you do your regular shampoo and conditioner. That's totally fine. This does smell amazing. It's not overly strong, but it definitely has just a very sort of salon scent to it. It's a really beautiful scent. I love this. So how I like to use this is I'll go in with shampoo, I'll condition, and then I'll sort of towel dry my hair. I'll just sort of get the excess water out of it and step out of the water, of course, and then just coat this all over my hair, and then I'll let it sit. I'll do all the other things I need to do in the shower, and then I'll rinse this off, and this will make my hair so sleek and shiny. It's supposed to last for several washes. I definitely think it does. I do want to throw this into my next wash day because I haven't done it in about a month, and it's just time. But I absolutely love this one so much. If you're looking for an affordable glossing treatment, this will definitely do it. Now, 2 leave-in conditioners that I absolutely love. One I have been talking about for such a long time, but this is from LolaVie, and this is the Glossing Detangler. It's not a secret, I like my hair shiny, but this is so good. This does have heat protection in here as well. This is a multitasking lightweight spray that helps detangle, prime, enhance shine, and smooth, and it does protect against damage. So this is also going to act as a heat protectant when you blow dry your hair, which is also very important. This makes my hair look so shiny and glossy as well. It also just makes it feel so soft. This is probably my 2nd bottle of this, and I'm almost done with it. I have also been absolutely loving the Pureology Color Fanatic leave-in conditioner. This is amazing. This has 21 benefits. This is supposed to preserve color, condition, detangle, heat protect. It's supposed to help seal the cuticle. It's supposed to help prevent further damage and split ends. This also smells amazing. If you do not like a fragrance, skip this because this definitely has a pretty strong scent. I personally love the scent. It smells much like the L'Oreal. It's very salon-esque to me, but it's a pretty strong fragrance. I love this so much. I really go in and really coat my hair with the leave-in conditioner just to make sure that I've got enough on there and to really make sure we're minimizing that damage. But this one I feel like really does a little bit more for my hair. I feel like it's going the extra mile to really condition my hair, to really hydrate my hair, to lock that moisture in, to really prevent damage. I really love this. I know this one is pricey too, but this one is absolutely fantastic. I am trying out a lot of drugstore hair products that Abby recommends as well. So I will, of course, share updates on those, but right now, this is my absolute favorite leave-in. It did surpass the Glossing Detangler, but the glossing one, so good, especially if you're looking for something a little extra. You can also, of course, layer these 2 if you want the amazing protection of this, but you want that extra shine, you can definitely pair them. Another styling product I love to use is from Schwarzkopf. This is their Osis Smooth and Shine Glow Serum. This is so nice. This does come in a little pump, and you just pump out a little bit on your hand, and what this does is it conditions your ends. It adds a little bit of hydration. It's supposed to fight frizz, but it also makes your hair super shiny. So I washed my hair yesterday. I, of course, finished with this, and then I put a little bit of this in the ends, and then I added a little bit more of this morning, and I love how my hair looks today. It's still very soft. I just love this. This is such a nice way to keep adding hydration to your hair without adding a lot of weight to it because it does not weigh your hair down. It just makes your hair shiny and hydrated looking. This is also just another one for if you're on maybe day 2 or 3 hair and your ends are starting to look a little bit dry but you don't have time to wash just yet. This is a great way to add some shine to your mid-lengths and ends. This is a great one. And I actually grabbed the wrong bottle from my bathroom, but from Schwarzkopf, the Osis hairsprays. These are great. So I love the Freeze because that one will lock in your style, but it's also going to heat protect. When you are trying to style dry hair, you should always go for more aerosol heat protectant. So when your hair is wet, something like this is perfect, but when your hair is dry, say I washed it yesterday and I'm trying to style it today, I'm going to go in with an aerosol. You can go in with sort of a spray heat protectant, but you have to let it dry first. So I do prefer to go in with an aerosol to just spray my hair and style it right away. So the Freeze Spray is a favorite of mine for heat protection and locking in my style. But I also love the Sparkler. So this one is really nice as well, also by Schwarzkopf, but this is their, I really like the Osis line in general, but this one is nice for adding shine. So if you find that your hair is looking a little bit dull, this will definitely add some shine for you, and it will just make it look just so shiny and healthy. I haven't used this in a little bit because I feel like the other products that I've been using have just been naturally making my hair shiny, and I haven't really needed this, but this is a great option if you like that. But the freeze spray is my favorite. Okay, that is it for hair. Let's get into nails, because as you've probably noticed, if you are familiar with my channel, I always have my nails done, and I kind of flip back and forth between press-ons and gels. When I am wearing press-ons, I am always wearing Glamnetic. These are two brand new sets that I have. I love their press-ons so much. These are the most durable, heavy-duty, thick press-on nails that I have ever used. Their glue actually does make it last a solid 2 weeks if you want them to. I love the styles. I love their shapes. They have recently incorporated a lot of square shapes because I guess they were getting requests for that. I love the short almond. I will say the short almond is a little bit long on me sometimes, but I do love the short almond. Their short oval is my absolute favorite because it's just the perfect size, and these are probably the most natural looking, which I absolutely love. When it comes to gels, I believe last week I actually got a question on my pink nails, and they were sort of that cat eye gel. It was this from Madam Glam, and they have amazing gels as well. They're always releasing new colors, new styles. I do have a code with them, but this is not sponsored. They don't know I'm talking about this. I have been really loving their gels. I have quite a few different colors, so this is one of my favorites. But I've recently been ordering different brands off of Amazon as well, and this brand here, this is G-A-O-Y. I don't know how to pronounce this. I always keep saying Goey. I don't think that's correct, but they have so many different shades. This is a mini because I bought a set of their cat eye polishes, and this is the one I'm wearing today. This is in 2332. And it's just a purple cat eye. I always do this sort of arc design, but you can do any design you want with the cat eye. It's just sort of a trick to learning the magnet, but I really love these. I have so many colors of the cat eye polishes right now, and every time I think, okay, we're gonna lay off the cat eye for a little bit, just do something normal, I instantly go with the cat eye just because I think it's so pretty. So I love both of these and my press-ons. I love them, but this brand from Amazon and Madam Glam, definitely my favorite gel polish brands right now. Okay, let's quickly get into body care before we get into fragrance. So I am definitely a Sol de Janeiro girl when it comes to body lotions. I just love all of them. My favorite is the 71. Now I've had the 71 body mist for quite a while, and I know a lot of people wanted this in a lotion, and it smells so good. It is so intoxicating. It is probably the best smelling body lotion that I have, but these are not cheap. This one in particular actually gives a bit of a glow to the skin. The original Boom Boom cream I absolutely love as well. That one's intoxicating. The Balm Dia Bright, that is definitely a very spring fragrance for me. That one has a really nice consistency. It's very similar to this one. And the Boom Boom cream, it's got a lot of slip to it, but it does smell amazing. It is almost sickly sweet though, so you have to like that. I also have the one that's more of a thick body butter, and it is thick, but it is incredibly moisturizing on the skin. That's what I go with in the dead of winter when my skin is parched, and my skin absolutely loves it. This is the one that I love the scent a little bit more going into fall, but it does give the skin a really nice glow. So as someone who is as fair as I am, who just does not mess around with self-tan, something like this can be really nice because it hydrates my skin, but it gives my super white skin a bit of a glow. So I do appreciate this. I also love the whipped body butter from Tree Hut. This is the Tropic Glow. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Boom Boom cream. Now, I do agree that the scent is very close. I don't think this lingers on the skin as well as the Sol de Janeiro. I think those will last very well on the skin. They'll last all day long. Other people will be smelling you. This one, not so much. It kind of absorbs into the skin and then you don't smell it, but it does do a really beautiful job of sinking right in. It doesn't leave you feeling that oily residue on the skin, which I cannot personally stand when it comes to body lotions. So I really do love this. I think it's a really great affordable body lotion. I do want to try out some others. I really want to try out Naturium. I was thinking about trying the one from EOS that everyone's all over right now, but I've heard some back and forth, and I think some of the hype might only be about the scent of Vanilla Cashmere. And I have that one in the hand cream and I love it, but I don't think I love it enough to go crazy trying to locate it. But we'll see. I do love these from the Tree Hut. These are a staple. These are like my fancy usage. Okay, finally, I wanted to round this out with a fragrance. Now, I am absolutely atrocious at describing fragrances, so I have pulled up Fragrantica to help me out here. I do like to change mine up seasonally. I feel like some are just better for certain times of the year. I know a lot of us are like that, but I do have a certain few that I cycle between. So one of my absolute favorites is the original Carolina Herrera Good Girl fragrance. Now this is a stronger, sexier fragrance. I feel like this is one that I love, particularly in the fall and winter. So this is described with top notes of almond, coffee, bergamot, and lemon, middle notes of tuberose, jasmine sambac, orange blossom, Bulgarian rose, orris, and base notes of tonka bean, cacao, vanilla, praline, sandalwood, musk, amber, cashmere wood, patchouli, cinnamon, and cedar. This is a very, very complex scent, but it is so beautiful and warm and cozy. So the main accords in this one, it has sweet and white floral at the top. I know that those are two things that I really love. I love a good fruity floral. I love something that's a little bit sweet, but also just very, very feminine. I am not someone who appreciates very neutral fragrances or musky masculine fragrances for myself. I like a very, very feminine scent. And then on the opposite side of the spectrum, I have the Good Girl blush. So this one is like a much softer, more delicate version of the original. This one is a little bit less complex, but no less feminine. If Good Girl is more fall, winter, this one I think is more spring, summer. So the main accords on this one are floral and vanilla. The top notes are bergamot and bitter almond. Middle notes are peony and ylang ylang, and base notes of vanilla and coumarin. So a lot less notes, a lot more simple. It's just softer. It's as good as this, but it's like the softer daytime spring summer option to this. No less feminine. I think this one is even more feminine. But I just love them both so much, just at different times of the year. Now, last year there was a huge craze going around about Ellis Brooklyn Miami Nectar. I do think this is an absolutely fantastic fragrance for the summer. This one is definitely on the sweeter side, but it's like a sweet but clean fragrance. It's a really, really good one. The main accords of this one are tropical, fruity, sweet, and then floral and fresh. I definitely get a lot of that freshness with this, especially the tropical and fruity, but a lot of that freshness. So this has top notes of coconut water, pineapple, and palm leaf, middle notes of frangipani, wild jasmine, and lily of the valley, with base notes of vanilla, driftwood, amberwood, and moss. This is a very soft scent. Like the Good Girl fragrance is so much more intense than Miami Nectar, but I do really like this one if I'm looking for something that is just fresh and sweet. This is perfect. A fragrance that I've loved for a really long time that I think is such a cult favorite and just a really, really well-known favorite perfume is from Lancome, and this is Le Vie Belle. Now this one, the top accords are sweet, vanilla, fruity. All very true. I'm actually wearing this today because I was on my Good Girl blush kick for a long time, and then yesterday I went in with this one and I just remembered how much I love it. But the top notes of this one are blackcurrant and pear. The middle notes are iris, jasmine, and orange blossom, with base notes of praline, vanilla, patchouli, and tonka bean. This is just such a good one. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet. Very, very feminine. This is appropriate for daytime or nighttime, in my opinion. I think it's perfect no matter what. I see Fragrantica has this one as like a winter autumn fragrance. In my opinion, this is an all year round fragrance. I just think it's perfect no matter what time of the year. Now, a fragrance that I have and that I like, but that isn't my favorite, is the Armani My Way fragrance. Now, I do like this one, but the reason I wear it as often as I do, because clearly I wear it quite a bit, is because I always get compliments on it. So even though it's not 100% my favorite, it always gets compliments. The top notes are orange blossom and bergamot. The middle notes are tuberose and Indian jasmine, and the base notes are Madagascar vanilla, white musk, and Virginian cedar. This is a really nice scent. It's definitely a very floral scent, but again, very feminine, very pretty. I just think it's such a good one. They do have an Armani Nectar now that I have, and I really like that one. That one's quite a bit sweeter, but My Way has to be my most complimented fragrance. And I have a lot here that I really, really like, but this is by far the most complimented. What I know from my fragrance preferences and just looking at all of the different notes, I know I love a good vanilla base. I've noticed jasmine, patchouli, and bergamot and orange blossom are in most of these fragrances that I love so much. So I know that those notes are ones that I really, really enjoy, but these are my just absolute favorite fragrances. I have quite a few, but these are the ones that I always keep coming back to no matter what. And there we have it. We have my favorite skincare, hair care, body care, nail products, and fragrances. These are just absolute favorites of mine that I keep coming back to, that I keep repurchasing. Let me know all of your thoughts down below. Do you want to see more of these sort of favorites videos? Would you like to see these a little bit more regularly? Let me know your thoughts. I just love hearing from you guys so much. Let me know some of your favorite products in these categories, maybe some that I should check out. But that is it for me today. Thank you so very much for watching. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing before you go. I do upload new videos every single week. Thank you again so very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.